When I was going left, you swerved me right. Yes, all the way down, you lift me up all night. Welcome back to your spiritual sports segment on Rema Gospel Radio. I'm CJ. Major League Baseball had 10 games in action on the diamond yesterday as the New York Yankees were crushed by the Minnesota Twins 7-3 as Justin Morneau provided a cushion with the home run. The Houston Astros was defeated by the Washington Nationals 6-3 as Steven Strasburg notched his second win of the early season. The Baltimore Orioles needed 10 innings to get past the Chicago White Sox 10-4 as Matt Wieters launched a home run to bring in 3 runs to end the game. The San Diego Padres demolished the Colorado Rockies 7-1 as Nick Hundley brought in 3 runs on his own. The Detroit Tigers eked out a 1-run win, say that 3 times, against the Kansas City Royals 3-2 as Brandon Inge homered in the 5th. While the Pittsburgh Pirates were hammered by the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-1 as Chris Young launched a home run. The Oakland A's were shut out and annihilated by the LA Angels 6-0 as Kendrys Morales had 3 hits to go along with his home run. The Philadelphia Phillies knocked off the San Francisco Giants 5-2 as Roy Halladay remained undefeated. The New York Mets blasted the Atlanta Braves 6-1 as Ike Davis launched a tie-breaking 3-run homer to help seal the deal, and the Tampa Bay Rays shut out the Boston Red Sox 1-0 as Sean Rodriguez scored the sole-winning run. The WNBA Draft took place yesterday at ESPN in beautiful Bristol, Connecticut, and as expected, Nika Ogwumike went number 1 overall to the LA Sparks as she doesn't have to move far after spending 4 years at Stanford. The second pick was by the Seattle Storm as they selected Shekinah Strickland. The third pick landed Dev Peters of the Lady Fighting Irish with the Minnesota Lynx. The fourth pick witnessed a Tulsa Shock acquiring Glory Johnson, and rounding out the top 5 picks in the 2012 WNBA Draft was Shanice Johnson heading to the San Antonio Silver Stars. And perhaps next year's draft will be headlined by another Lady Fighting Irish as her first name starts with an S for sensational and her last name starts with a D for dynamic. Take a wild guess, who could it be? Ha! Shouldn't take you long. And for the current NBA playoff standings for the Western Conference, the Oklahoma City Thunder currently sits at the number 1 seed, with the San Antonio Spurs 1 game back at the 2nd seed. The LA Lakers are trying to hold on to the 3rd seed, with the LA Clippers 2.5 games back at the 4th seed, as the previous mentioned teams have clinched a playoff berth, while the Memphis Grizzlies, the Dallas Mavericks, the Denver Nuggets, and the Phoenix Suns are fighting to do the same, and the Houston Rockets are now on the outside trying to look into the playoff race. The Waterford Trophy has been shattered. In case you're wondering on what that is, it's the shiny crystal football presented to college football's national champion, and last season it was presented to Alabama and it is valued at $30,000. The trophy was accidentally knocked off its podium by a player's father, and the university will immediately begin the process of replacing the prized Ireland crystal ball. ESPN Radio and USC announced a multi-year deal on Monday to have the Trojans' home games broadcast nationally on ESPN Radio. ESPN 710 has been the flagship station of USC's football program via radio since 2006, and the broadcast will be available on up to 300 ESPN's affiliates nationwide. This sports segment was sponsored by Simple Church Ministry, where they are not the spectator sport we Christians call church. For more information on their philosophies and inner workings, please visit their website at simplechurchministry.org. To catch archives of your spiritual sports segment, log on to my brand new blog site, CJ Sports, that's CEEJAY, sports.com, and make sure you follow me on Twitter at CJ Sports. Stay tuned for more updates in your next spiritual sports segment, where we sprinkle a little spirituality in your sports. I'm CJ. Be blessed and have a triumphant Tuesday. And in closing, as justice is beginning to take shape, I am still Trayvon Martin.